running from all things at once without thinking twice. And I knew it would catch up and that we would be the ones left behind.
Hi, my name's Sarah and this is Abby. Welcome to our home. This is my 1996 Ford Econoline. It is a DIY build, but I did not build it. So this was built out by a guy in Santa Barbara, but I just made it my own little zen den.
And you live in it full time?
I do live in it full time. So starting here at the front, we got storage, so I keep my shoes and things at the bottom. Up here you can see my little jackery system. Right now it works. It's kind of limited for me just because I do work full-time remote, so I'm on my computer all the time, and I have a YouTube channel, Estel Unlimited. This is the Jackery Explorer 300, and for a normal person it would be more than enough power. I have 100-watt solar panels, and it charges my MacBook Pro, my phones, my drone, GoPro, Canon camera, and my refrigerator. I got it secondhand off of Facebook Marketplace. Most of the things in here are either things that I already had or things that I bought secondhand from thrift stores and Facebook Marketplace. I'm really into minimalism and sustainability, so I try not to buy new things. But this is perfect for me. It's just a top-loading refrigerator, and like I said, for one person, I'm vegan, and so I'm constantly filling it up with veggies and fruits and things, and it's great. It works great. I added these little track pads so that Abby wouldn't slide around. So this is just like sandpaper, sticky sandpaper. So my water situation is pretty simple. I just have this and I pour it into my bottle. So nothing really fancy there. I do have a hand pump for just like washing dishes and things. That's the kind of sink setup. I've got my just like standard camping stove here.
Do you recall when we were young, running from all things at once without thinking twice?
Ta-da!
Awesome. Do you cook in your van a lot? How easy is that and practical to set that up every day?
So what I do is, for sure, I boil water every single morning because I'm a coffee fiend, and I actually just boil a ton of water and I store it in this, and that way I can have tea throughout the day without having to get this out. And that is a lifesaver, especially working full-time. I don't have to keep getting this out every time I want something hot.
And how much propane do you have?
I have a big 20-pound tank back there. I was just working off of the green 1-pound canisters, I guess. And so I was using that and like refilling them, but it's a pain in the butt to get those refilled. I just decided to get the hose and the tank so that I could just drop it off and pick up full ones.
So I wanted to ask you, what is the number one thing that you love about your van, the thing that you can't really live without in here?
My number one favorite thing about this build is how it's an open floor. I see so many vans that like they have so much stuff in them and there's so much storage, but I literally just don't have stuff. And so I love this because I actually can do yoga in here. So this rolls out and I have done handstand practices in here, like everything. And I also just like, I don't know if you got to see this, but this is my little altar, and it just is, this is my happy place, you know? It's just very, very peaceful in here.
It's pretty bright in here because it's daytime, but how do you light this up? How do we get some light in here?
It is not very technical at all. I do have a string of LEDs, but these are colored lights. It's like a blue or green or red lights. So at night, I'm gonna reach right over here. Mm-hmm. Super fancy. It's a black diamond, and honestly, it's super powerful. I get everything I need out of it. I put it up top in the since I don't have this covered, the Reflectix actually makes it quite bright. A little bit ghetto, but it also, it dims, so it becomes my reading light.
Hey, it works.
It works.
I think that's the catchphrase for van life.
Yeah.
Hey, it works.
It worked. My bed doubles as a couch, and actually it is a climbing crash pad with memory foam on top. It's quite comfortable. I like a firm bed though, so may not be for everybody.
And you just slide that out and just sleep on the floor?
Yep, that's it.
Hey, it works.
It works. Everybody wants to know about the shower and the bathroom situation. So for bathroom, for the most part I go to public restrooms because I am vegan and I like fresh things. I have to say grocery stores have the best bathrooms. If you haven't been to one, go check it out. As for showers, I recently made an upgrade to get a solar shower. That's it, you know, it's real glamorous, but it works.
Okay, so as a solo female van lifer, safety is a big concern, and it's something that a lot of people question. Is van life safe? Give us a little bit of insight about your experience with van life.
I personally feel like van life is very safe, but you do need to have your wits about you, as with anything, right? Unfortunately, as women, we just have to be aware of those things. When I go somewhere to park to stay for the night, like I'm going there for a purpose. You know, I don't show up somewhere and just like open my doors and hang out unless it's like a campsite or somewhere where I feel really safe about doing that. I tend to park next to bodies of water, in the woods. BLM land is great, but also like I do a lot of parking in industrial areas. I don't do much in residential just because people get a little freaked out about it, you know, and there's like a random van on their street. That's not really a good look. People don't like it. So industrial places are good for me, but again, I'm smart about it and I don't draw a lot of attention to myself. I usually get ready in like, you know, for bed in say like a Safeway parking lot or a Walmart parking lot, and then I'll drive to where I want to stay, and that way I don't have all my lights on and like drawing a lot of attention to myself. I do have the standard, you know, pepper spray kind of tools, I guess, toolkit, but I also like to keep the mentality that like as a society we've really tried to scare women. You know, we need to be smart, but the whole world isn't out to kill us, you know. So that's kind of, I think that a lot of us are afraid to go out and do things because we've been just like bombarded by really negative news, and you know, it's not like that. You have to be smart, but you can't freak yourself out and not do things. I have been in here since April, so what is that? It's about 6 months. So not super long, but you know, long enough to see the pros and cons.
What inspired you to do van life? It was kind of a general topic. There's probably a couple reasons, but
yeah. Oh gosh, what brought me here? It's a very long story. I will try to keep it short. I've been living abroad for the last 5 years or so. I own a scuba diving shop in Indonesia, and I had been there for 2 years when COVID happened, and that just has been devastating. We have a boat and crew over there, and it's horrible. Azul Unlimited, we now have a YouTube channel, so you can check us out. That's where we pivoted when everything, you know, the world just shut down. We decided to start teaching scuba diving on YouTube. And we were waiting it out and then realized that somebody needed to make money. And so I came home. Luckily, my degree is in winemaking, and so I worked harvest last year. And I just I was at this place where like, okay, I'm gonna be here. I don't own anything. Like, I've been looking at van life forever, and I just lucked out with this beaut. Her name is Ariel, and I just bought her and went for it. I'm really into minimalism, and especially with supporting a business abroad, just the cost, you know, of living in a van is just very, very helpful right now. We are Azul Unlimited on everything, mostly Instagram and YouTube, Facebook as well, although I don't know who's on Facebook these days. But yeah, we teach everything from beginners to instructors, so there's a wide range of videos there. And, you know, we're probably going to shift to doing expeditions and other types of things. So, you know, you can hit us up and join us on the journey, maybe come scuba diving with us. Well, thanks so much for joining me on our little tour of our tiny home. And if you're interested in checking out some scuba diving, you can see our YouTube channel, Azul Unlimited, at the link in the description.